Hello and welcome to Joan's Junk Journals and More. Today is part 2 of Jessica's Dollar Tree Junk Journal Challenge. Here I am showing how I got out a book, then cut up a gift bag to cover the book and prepare some pages. First, I take an X-Acto knife and run it down the inside of the book carefully as to not cut the spine. I do this in the front and the back insides. Now I cut up the gift bag along the folds to separate the front from the back and sides. Next, I roughly cut out a piece tall enough to cover the front of the book. This bag is not quite wide enough, so I decide to cut this piece into two, and then I will add a strip from the side of the bag for the spine. Because this book was shiny, I am sanding it down some, so the bag will stick better when I glue it on. I did more sanding off camera. I am also using Fabri-Tac glue here to glue these pieces on, as it has a very strong hold. As mentioned in previous videos, I put Fabri-Tac glue in this old Tombow bottle, as it has two tips to get the glue out. I am gluing the front and back pieces first. Here I am pressing the bag pieces around the edges to train it to fold before gluing it down. Next, I cut the corners so they will fold down easier and so there will be less bulk. Now time to glue down the strip for the spine. I am snipping a little at the top and bottom here before gluing it down on the inside. This is so that the book will open and close more freely. The inside is so much easier as I am doing it in one piece. Just remember, crease the paper at the spine where the book opens and closes to train the paper to fold. I don't think I will use such a stiff glossy bag like this ever again, as it is harder to work with than, say, cardstock or even fabric. On to making the pages for the book now. This is one of the easiest parts of making a journal. I really lucked out with these lovely paper placemats from the dollar store. After cutting them in half and then folding in half, I just had to trim a little bit off the top and the sides to make a perfect fit. I then used one of these as a guide for the rest of my pages. Using these blue and red Starburst powder drinks, I was able to dye some papers blue, red, and when mixed, some purple. Because it is still cold outside, but was sunny yesterday, I was able to put the papers in the window on a shoe rack to dry them. I love how the colors turned out, and I still have 5 packs of each color. Since we are allowed to use a few items that we already had, I am using 3 sheets of ledger paper from my stash. These are special old ledger papers, so I am measuring them many times over before I cut them. I will put 1 sheet into each signature. I am using a full calendar page from 3 months to make 3 pages with pockets, 1 for each signature that I'm planning on having in this journal. I love pages like this and do the same with 12 by 12 scrapbook paper also. Simply fold the page in half lengthwise, fold again to the length of the page that you desire. Trim pages to the width if needed. Trim a little sliver of paper on the inside part of the pocket so it fits in the book nicely. Cut thumb holes at the top of the pocket and ink if desired before you glue the sides of the pockets down. Now I will make the same type of page with some of the paper placemats. I really like the weight of these placemats, so I will use them as the first and center pages of each signature. I trimmed the length of the dyed composition book pages earlier to the length of the book. Now I am folding in the edges of all of them, so I will have flip outs. If desired at a later date, I could also glue the pages at the top and bottom to make more pockets or tucks. Thank you everyone for stopping by and watching. Please stay tuned as I hope to still have one more progress video before doing a final flip through of this journal.